I think the internet completely lied about what the soft life actually is. Somewhere along the way, it became about like lavish brunches, five-star hotels, and all these name brand clothing, driving a Jeep and driving Benzes that we really can't afford, and just treating yourself. I'm just a girl. Like, it's always been that. While a lot of women are actually secretly financially stressed behind the scenes. And I know this because I've lived both versions. The version that looked like I was living soft, okay, but financially I was anxious. I was emotionally spending. I was avoiding my accounts and feeling behind in life deep down. And now the version of me is actually living a soft life because I did the hard things like saving, investing, managing my money, and now I feel more stable. So in this video, I want to talk about what the soft life actually means, because it's not an aesthetic, okay? Number two, about why financial security matters more than these aesthetics that we see online. Number three is how social media has normalized financially stressful lifestyles. Hate to see it. And number four is the habits that help me create more peace around my money. So let's get into it. But before we do, hey girl, hey, whether you're new here or not, my name is Joshlyn, and I am the founder of Maximize Money, where I teach women how to invest their first $100 in the stock market and continue to grow their money with confidence. And as I mentioned, social media is lying about what the soft life really is, baby. The internet has confused us. What we see is aesthetics, all this Lululemon and Pilates and matchas and all this stuff. Like, have you even sat to think, do you even like those things? Or are you spending it and buying it because you want to keep up with the appearances? Did you buy the Benz and the Jeep because you actually like those cars and you deserve them and you can afford them? Or were you just trying to make it look like you have it and you really deep down don't? Like, it's become so normalized to just overconsume and spend on things to make our lives feel so much more expansive than they are. You know, it's the luxury dinners. Like, a lot of y'all complain about $200 for my workshop when you spend $200 on a steak dinner on a random Thursday. You complain about investing in a course for $50 when you have these $50 eyeglasses that don't bring you any value. They just make you feel good. They make you look good. Like, having this aesthetic is going to cost you in the long run. And again, ask me how I know. I was the woman who was a fan of FOMO, okay? I didn't let my friends take a trip without me being there. I didn't let a happy hour pass me, baby. I didn't let a brunch pass me. I never was the girl who wore my money with clothes and shoes, but I spent my money through experiences that I didn't need to be at. And so the problem is that nobody talks about the emotional stress that comes with those decisions. And it came to me when I couldn't afford to live on my own. I had a roommate, hated it, okay? I couldn't afford to buy a house. Like, my money was not where it needed to be, despite me making an okay salary. Like, it just didn't add up. I had the debt. I was paying a minimum balance on my car note, on my student loans, on my credit card. And if we don't know, when you pay those minimum balances, that's only the interest. You're not touching the principal, and the principal is what allows your money to decrease, the balance to decrease, and that's what we want. And so what I want you to know is that a soft life is actually about peace. It's about options. It's about choosing what you want to do, choosing how you want to spend your time, who you want to spend it with, and leaving a stressful job if you need to, or leaving and getting rid of a stressful client if you need to. If not, you're going to be overwhelmed. Your nervous system, as the girls like to say, is going to be unsettled. You're going to be forcing yourself to do things that you didn't want to do because you need the money. I'm so big on having savings, okay? Savings allows you to have some cushion to decide what you want to do, if that's taking a break, if that's saying no to a client. I'm big on long-term security, which comes through investing in the stock market. I've built a $250,000 investment portfolio that I can touch if I need to, instead of me going to a bank or having to beg and borrow from family that are also stretched. I can pull from my own money that I've saved. It looks like being able to live comfortably, okay? I'm not traveling and stuff like I used to, but I have been able to survive this second layoff because I saved intentionally. I invested intentionally, and that's a financial foundation that nobody can take from me. And for me, the soft life isn't just about looking wealthy. It's about actually being secure and knowing that my lifestyle doesn't change because I don't have that consistent income that I once had coming in. And also, my relationship with money has changed because I've learned to see it as a tool, and I've learned to track it. I'm not just tracking what's coming in, Via the checks, I'm tracking what's coming out. And the easiest way to do that is with the spending plan template, y'all. I have a free spending plan template that I personally use. You don't need more than 60 minutes every single month to set it up for yourself. It helps you assess what happened over the last month and what you have planned moving forward. And it's not one of those spending plans where you just put in, rent, mortgage, car note, utilities. No, we put in the fun stuff on there. We put in the savings, the investments. We put in the random things like the Starbucks run, the extra thing you bought at TJ Maxx that you didn't plan to put. We're looking at the whole picture because then we can decide what to do with our money moving forward. Enough of y'all aren't being honest with yourselves, baby. Rip the Band-Aid off. Grab my free spending plan template. It's gonna hurt the first few times because you're gonna realize you spent money in areas that you didn't even realize. You spent $500 on eating out. You spent $700 on Amazon purchases, and it's okay. We have to see where we are so that we can assess how to move forward and create that financial independence that you deserve. So to me, when I think of financial freedom and when I think of a soft life, I think of having the freedom and autonomy over the decisions that I make with my time. I think about being able to leave toxic environments, toxic marriages. I'm not even married, but I'm always going to be a fan of a woman. I don't care if you're married or not. Having your own money, your own accounts, your own autonomy over your money. You're going to have couple money too, but have your own money, your own savings, your own investments, okay? Being able to say no to things that I don't want to do. Being able to pivot careers, being able to start a business, not in debt, being able to survive layoffs like I'm doing right now. 600 Black women have been impacted by layoffs, and I get so sad looking at women online basically begging to have somebody help them pay their bills. Like, hate to see it. I was gonna say something else, but I'm not, because I need to think about the woman that I once was. That could have easily been me. But we have to be more diligent with our money. We have to be more diligent with that income that we have now. You can't be rushing to just spend it on looking good and feeling good. You need to actually have a foundation, because it can be taken away. As someone who's been laid off twice, it can be taken away at any point. So ultimately, what I want you to lean into is that financial freedom gives you options, and options makes your life feel softer, okay? When you have control over what you want to do and when you want to do it and who you want to do it with, that's a soft life to me, okay? So some practical things you can be doing with your money is downloading my free spending plan template, comment spending plan below, I'll send it to you. Investing consistently, y'all. I talked about how I started, which is $100 in one account, which should be an IRA, which is an individual retirement account, either a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. I have a whole investing for beginners playlist. I'll pop that up on the screen in the corner. Cooking more at home, not upgrading every single part of your life when you make more money. Cocktails. The girlies love a little cocktail, including me. Now, even though I'm not drinking right now on my 90-day reset, I too love a good cocktail. But if you start to look at your bills intentionally, you realize half of that bill is alcohol, okay? Invite the girls over. It's summer. Go have a picnic. Go somewhere else where you don't have to pay all this money to have a cocktail, okay? Delay your purchases. I operate off the 72-hour rule for any purchases over $100, y'all. Reduce that emotional spending. If you had a rough day, go for a walk. You don't need to go buy nothing on Amazon or Shein. No, we're not making these companies no more richer than they already are. We're making ourselves richer. And of course, focusing on ownership instead of appearances. I'm always going to be a fan of paid off cars. I'm going to be a fan of assets in the form of real estate, of investing in the stock market, and ownership in your business, your own IP. Like, that's the stuff that's going to allow you to be able to make work optional. And I don't even care if you don't want to be work optional now. Eventually, you're going to want to be work optional. So we got to start thinking about it now in our 20s, in our 30s, even in our 40s. But it starts with doing the hard things, and the hard things will get you to that soft life, okay? So again, my free spending plan template is available to you. Comment spending plan below and I will send it to you. And I want you to recognize that having money and wearing your money are two different things, and the goal is not to impress these strangers online you don't know. The goal is to build a life that genuinely feels peaceful to you, y'all. A soft life does not have to equal a broke life. So if you want to learn more about my realistic monthly money routine that helps me stress less, save more, and invest with intentionality, I'm going to pop the video on the screen. So join me over there and let's talk about it so that you can have a realistic money routine as well.